This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
And welcome back, Cadillac High School. Fourth quarter action just underway. Vikings and Wildcats. Jay Simon alongside Eric Richards. Wyatt Van Dynen, the benevolent dictator, in the truck. There's a straightaway three from Martin, front iron. DeRocher again with another rebound and a putback. Can't get it to go. And he will go to the line for a couple of freebies. Chris DeRocher, I don't know how many rebounds he has, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's a lot. He has been a man among boys on the glass. But his Wildcats trail by 4.
This last 7.5 minutes I'm excited for. This is going to be coming right down to it. Been an up and down game, back and forth. A lot of offense in the first half, a lot of defense in the second half. You're just waiting for that one play. You're just waiting for that one thing to happen that's going to kind of give one of these teams momentum.
Well, toward the end of the third, it looked like it might be the Vikings taking the momentum here into the fourth, but the Wildcats thought they were going to trim it to 2. They trim it to 3 as DeRocher goes 1 of 2 from the line. Ooh, Maddox wanted to hit a cutting Keegan Brooks and was fortunate enough to find his feet.
You know, it's going to be interesting now. 3-point game, fourth quarter, 7 minutes left. The Alpena Wildcats have not been in a close game. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond to that, how their guards play, how DeRocher plays. Will he take over? How's it going to play out?
Cooper Benson's drive won't go, and the Wildcats coming the other way. Goike working against Brooks. Wisniewski. Step back 3. No good. And they're going to say this went off of the Wildcats. It'll be Viking basketball. Wisniewski casually harassing the inbounds pass. Always love that one. Cooper Benson, topside Cale Mickelson.
I'm wondering if the Vikings are going to start slowing down offensively now, and you know, because they were running down the floor and then popping the first 3 that was available to them. Looks like they're being a little bit more methodical right now.
You know, run the offense and wait for something clearly open, right? I mean, that's a great drive by Cale Mickelson.
Really good drive.
It's not necessarily open per se, but it's a good take.
He made it open.
That was a man-sized drive. DeRocher trying to get to that pass over Cooper Benson, and we're going to get a whistle on the far side, and we're going to get an inadvertent whistle, apparently, and we're going to get a jump ball situation. So that's actually kind of tough for Alpena, because what it does is it costs Alpena a possession arrow on a legitimate jump ball, right? That was an inadvertent whistle, the official is saying. And now DeRocher, the hoop and the harm.
That was a tough call on Maddox.
It was. DeRocher
looked like he was straight up.
Yeah, give DeRocher credit for generating the contact, but defender's entitled to his verticality, or at least his piece of real estate on the floor. And DeRocher now with a 3-point opportunity converts.
He's got a really smooth-looking shot from the free throw line, too. We haven't mentioned that, but
4 fourth-quarter points, and it's a 2-point game again. Wildcats refuse to go away. Winner of this gets to put a mark in the winner column of the Big North Conference, as neither team has a win yet.
And the way this game has been played, Jay, you just the up and down, the back and forth, the entertainment. I'm surprised that nobody has a conference win yet. You wouldn't look at this game and say, "Wow, no conference wins."
DeRocher with a tough take, gets it to go. The 6'5" junior going the full length of the court. Now we're going to get a timeout from Coach Benzenberg, as he wants to talk things over in a congenial way. 47-47 with 5:29 remaining here in the fourth.
Coming off the floor there, I don't know if you heard, but DeRocher just said, "Yeah, get me the ball." He wants it. He wants to take over.
Well, he is more than capable, as right now he has a game-high 24 points. Started off the second half quiet, but he's quietly put together 11. And it has been all DeRocher here in the fourth, as he has all 6 of the Wildcat points.
Yeah, he's kind of broke loose from the Vikings defense a little bit. I think that's why Coach Benzenberger called the timeout, was because he was getting loose, and I think that the coach realizes that and was like, okay, fellas, we need to have a talk. Offensively, the Vikings, I don't know if I like them going away from their run and gun offense or not, because it worked for them so well. They're generating a lot of open shots. I almost feel like they need to go back to it a little bit. Not be in a hurry, but go back to what they're good at, because this methodical offense they're doing right now, it's nice if you have a big lead or a 10-point lead, but they need to get back to what they're good at, what they were doing well in the first half.
Brooks over to Maddox Hoagland. Five and 10 remaining in this one. Nice look for Brooks, and we're going to get a foul as Brooks. And a nice kick out for Aiden, but before.
Yeah, Brooks had good vision there, saw the double coming and immediately kicked it out, and his teammate had a wide open jumper before that foul was called.
It's the second foul on Wisniewski.
Cooper
Benson, no good. Brooks, though, finishes at the 10.
Good
Keegan
rebound.
Brooks has 12.
Good rebound by Keegan, staying with it.
That's a tough pass. Lucky to get it back. Nice bounce pass to Rocher, finishing.
What hands.
That was absolutely. He took it right out of my mouth.
It's like a Velcro on
it
his
just
hands.
went right from his hands to the rim. That was impressive. Aiden Raphael can't finish. Board can't finish, and now DeRocher's going to go over his back, looking for the rebound.
How many fouls is that on DeRocher? I don't think he's in
I
any
want to
foul
say
trouble.
it's 2. Nope, it's his first, actually. I don't have the foul situation very clear on my doggone statistician. He's terrible.
It's like he's an announcer or something.
He'd probably whine and tell you that he's got other jobs to do. Can't really keep the stats all that well.
I would say, it's because we haven't had pizza. I'm just blaming no pizza. Everything's the fault of us.
Well,
not having any pizza.
you know whose fault it's not. Pizza Plus, fine sponsor of these broadcasts, and the supplier keeps our hardest working crew in television from getting faint.
So they do their job well.
They do their job well, that's right. Aiden Raphael buries both free throws. Also want to thank Cadillac Tire, Napa Auto Parts, with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, and of course our presenting sponsor, Cadillac Casting Incorporated, for allowing us to bring you these images. 51-49, Vikings with the lead. Alpena with the ball. Here is the handsomely bearded Bruce Copping back on the floor playing with those 4 fouls. Partial block there on Goebel. It's going to go off Genema. It'll remain Alpena basketball. Copping left the game early in the third with his 4th.
Normally,
we'll see if he makes a difference too.
Normally, when a 6'5" guy is going up to get a
Genema.
ball, I was just going to say, normally when a 6'5" guy goes up for a ball and it gets kicked out of bounds and they say it's off Vinny, you would say, oh, no way, but you realize Vinny can jump and probably grab the rafters. So it's like, yeah, that's legitimate.
Yeah.
And then he turns right around and steals the inbound pass because he jumps in the air.
The terrible thing is that Dad Tom can still jump like that. He's my age. I don't understand how he does that.
Amazing.
My knees were shot 10 years ago.
My knees got shot just from playing with him, watching him jump.
Goike elevating and
Wow.
buries the jumper. Boy, he can get off the ground.
That's a tough shot right there.
Knotted at 51 again. Back and forth this one goes. Got a great finish coming up.
It doesn't appear that a close game bothers the Wildcats at all right
No.
now.
Chris Mickelson short on the 3. Rebounded, pulled down by Copping. Copping, nice little spin move. He'll bring it back out against Hoagland.
I just want the beard-to-beard connection play. That's all I want. One time, boys. Come on.
The opportunity's there. They're both on the floor. DeRocher. Copping was not looking, so the beard-to-beard connection actually didn't work well. Maybe it's like kind of like two beards in one place creates a black hole or something.
Something. I'm just going to say it's their young beards. They don't have to braid the beard like us. Where, we're always paying attention. Very distinguished we are.
That's right. Friends of ours have a 16-month-old. I was playing with her the other night. My wife goes, "Oh my gosh, you look like a grandfather."
Ouch.
Yeah. Ouch. It's my own fault for growing it. Out of bounds, it'll remain Cadillac basketball. Still knotted at 51 here, 2:52 remaining. Brooks, Hoagland, 3-ball, yes! Woo! Maddox Hoagland with his 4th triple of the game has the Cadillac faithful on their feet.
Goodness, that kid. No conscious, and just a beautiful stroke.
Martin on the inside, can't get it to go, but DeRocher, nobody boxed him out, and he lays it up and in.
He's got to have 10 to 15 rebounds.
Easily. A good answer by Alpena as they stay within 1.
Again, you're still waiting for that one big play that just puts that edge.
Thought it might be the Hoagland 3.
I really did too.
It's going to stay Cadillac basketball as Cooper Benson's 15-footer was off the mark.
Tell you what, if Hoagland hits a 3 here, that'll be huge.
Won't be able to hear yourself think.
No. Crowd will go crazy. I'll go crazy if he hits another one.
Brooks will inbound. Hoagland working against Copping. He's playing with 4 fouls. Keegan Brooks thought about the step-back 3. Nice cut to the rim. Into DeRocher. It's going to go out of bounds off DeRocher.
Good defense by DeRocher there.
Yeah. Big man putting the arms up, holding his ground.
Yep.
Good no call. It'll stay Cadillac basketball as we are at the 2-minute warning.
Little inexperienced players want to reach forward. He just reached straight up, and if you reach forward, that's a foul.
Yep. Ooh, near steal by Goike. 3 from Brooks. Way off the mark, but Mickelson with the weak side board. Fresh shot clock for the Vikings, and now we're going to get a foul.
Good sportsmanship there by
on Goike.
Goike up.
Just kidding, folks. I know there's no shot clock.
I wasn't going to correct you either.
I like to throw it in there every now and then, see if anybody's paying attention. Well, Maddox Hoagland isn't going to make a 3, but he does have an opportunity to extend this lead with a couple of freebies. Sorry, at least one freebie at the line.
With that stroke, are you kidding me? Come on, Jay.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
(55-53). Chance to make it a 3-point lead here for the senior. Short. And DeRocher with his 32nd rebound.
This quarter.
All rebound stats are estimates. Goebel. And we're going to get a timeout. I have a feeling that Hayden Goebel was not running the offense that head coach.
What gave you that impression?
Head coach John Pintar wanted to run.
Goebel!
And I think it was called Mustang. I'm not sure if our microphones picked that up or not. 2-point lead for Cadillac. We'll mention them later, but I want to make sure I mention them again. I already dropped the name of Wyatt Van Dynen, our benevolent dictator, directing this whole program from the truck. Graphics brought to you by Heather Stilson. And then our hardest working camera crew and television, Brandon Fry, Katie McClung, and Gabriel Long, bringing you these images, all in high definition. Many, if not all, most of these kids working in the DMP program over at the CTC, and there's a throwaway by the Wildcats. Keegan Brooks with the lay-in. And the Cadillac Crazies are going nuts.
Lack of concentration there on Alpena's part. Not seeing the ball into your hand.
Still just a 4-point game. Martin, tough lefty, won't go, gets it back, and lays it up and in. Tough shot from Walker Martin. first buckets of the game since the first quarter. It's a 2-point Viking lead, minute to go. Brooks double-teamed initially, and now Martin will pick him up. Oh, and another near steal by Goike, goes to the floor and saves it.
Get back, get back.
What an effort by Goike.
They missed DeRozier streaking down the floor wide open.
Nobody had the ball in their hands solidly. And now there's a steal by the Vikings, tapped away. And DeRozier will foul Keegan Brooks. And it will send Brooks to the line with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. They wanted to hit DeRozier on the block. And it's just a case sometimes, Eric, of you're just a little too hyped up. The crowd gets to you. I mean, that's what the home crowd is all about. The Cadillac Crazies to our right going absolutely ballistic. You can see the ESPN crew. Love those kids. They're on Twitter. Make sure you find them. As Brooks misses the first.
DeRozier.
But that pressure of the crowd, and it gets to you. It gets in your head.
It does, and DeRozier was venting a little frustration there after that.
Yep.
You know, and he screamed out loud, "Get me the ball!" And he, you know, threw his arms in the air.
Well, they tried.
Yeah.
And Brooks misses them both. It's still a 2-point game.
Ooh, that's over and back there.
And now we got an over and back situation, as Martin had not established himself in the front court yet before Goike sent him the ball. Boy, the Wildcats shooting themselves in the foot here. Three straight possessions, they've committed a turnover.
And we talked about that, the pressure of being in a close game, how are you going to respond? They had responded well up to this point, but like you said, the last 3 possessions, it's
seventh game of the year. This is literally the first time it's been a single-digit game.
Yeah.
Coach Pintar, not a happy man. It's the best way I can describe him. He's got a whiteboard over there, one of the basketball court type whiteboards. It's getting the brunt of his frustration as
Vikings cannot
the Vikings,
make a free throw right now.
Right now, Keegan Brooks has missed 3 straight with an opportunity to at least make this a 3-point game now. And no. And Goebel with the rebound. So the Vikings can't ice it. The Wildcats given another opportunity. Now they'll look to get the call. You know, they've got several timeouts left. I'm stunned by this. You want to talk this over?
You would think.
And now we'll get it. There we go. I thought they had at least 3, if not 4 timeouts.
Just going to say, you would think after the last 3 possessions that maybe you want to sit them down, get them a break, let them catch their breath and talk about it. Apparently, I just had to think it for the coach to do it.
Well, you didn't say it out loud. It wasn't getting it from the...
That was the problem. I apologize, Alpena fans. That's my fault. I should have said it 2 possessions ago for you. Well, let's go back to the Vikings. Unable to hit a free throw. It'd be a 6-point game right now. It's a completely different game if they were able to make some free throws.
Keegan Brooks was 3 of 4 from the line before those 4 consecutive misses. And as you say, it's kept the Wildcats in this one. They have an opportunity, despite 3 straight turnovers of their own. They've got the ball with 18 seconds to go with a chance to either send this to overtime or even win it. You're in the huddle. What do you expect out of them?
Which team?
The Vikings. I'm sorry, the Wildcats. Offensively, what do you expect out of them?
Get the ball to DeRozier. Get him either down.
But do you look for DeRozier on the block?
I would put him on the block.
Yeah.
I think he's had more success.
They've had some
on
difficulty in the second half. They've had difficulty getting it because the Vikings are putting so much pressure on the inbound, on the entry pass.
Well, just from what I've seen, we've only seen him actually go to the hole hard once.
Right.
But he's been in the block quite a bit, so he's comfortable down there. So I want to put my best scorer where he's most comfortable at on the floor, get him the ball, let him do work. And there he goes, right down to the block.
Yep, here we go, against Kahani. Nice look for Martin, who can't get it to finish. And the rebound on the other side for Benson, who will be fouled by DeRozier.
Little man going up high and getting that rebound. Big rebound for the Vikings.
They had Copping. I said Martin. I apologize. It was Bruce Copping with the wide open look on the far side. And actually, he might have even been able to take a dribble and use the glass, Eric, because Kahani was so concerned, rightfully so, with boxing out DeRozier. And I think Copping had an opportunity to get closer as Cooper Benson makes it a 3-point game.
That's a big free throw right there for the Vikings. Not only for the score, but just so they say, wow, we can make free throws. Psychologically, it's a big free throw for the Vikings.
Cooper can put probably the second to last nail in the coffin with this one to make it a 2-possession game. No. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Here they come. 6 seconds to go, and now we'll get a timeout with 4.9 seconds remaining. And the Wildcats, as they say on Monty Python, not dead yet. 3-point game and an opportunity here to tie it.
It takes a real professional to insert Monty Python into a play-by-play basketball game.
Don't try this at home, kids.
I got hurt just hearing it. What a professional, Jay Simons.
Well, when you look at the Wildcat players, Caden Wisniewski has the only three-pointer for Alpena, and I do not believe he's on the floor right now. We'll see when they come back out.
I go to my star.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I would assume DeRocher at 6'5" is going to be tough to block. He's likely to be able to get it off.
Yep.
And even though the Vikings are probably going to put two guys on him. Okay, so Wisniewski is on the floor. But I would expect DeRocher, because you don't really have time for a quick two and a foul. You've got to take a three-pointer.
Yeah.
So, and now that Coach Benzenberg has seen what he wants to see, he will call a timeout. By the way, I will say, Cadillac Vikings, most assistant coaches I've ever seen in a high school basketball team.
They almost have as many assistant coaches as players.
Right? And
everyone thought that I said when they were warming up shooting that I was joking. No, they were really.
He's got at least 4. Is it 4 or 5? He's got at least 4 assistant. No, he's got 5. He's 5 assistant coaches, including JV coach Todd Baker. But I think Todd Baker's still there. Yeah. Dan Dahlquist, the freshman basketball coach, is down there, I believe.
They got a basketball team and coaches alone.
They do.
And they set some picks with those big boys.
You think they take them on in practice occasionally? All right, well, so Benzenberg sees the Wildcats come out to set up.
Yep.
I will say this about Coach Benzenberg. From an offensive standpoint, he's one of the best coaches I've seen in the North in terms of drawing up plays out of a timeout to get a bucket.
Yep.
What is he looking to do here defensively now? We expect DeRocher to get this look.
With 4 seconds to go, up by 3, you're telling your players, do not let any threes get launched. Let them stand inside the three-point line all they want.
Do you put a player on the inbounder, or do you double-team DeRocher?
I would put a player on the inbounder just because to make the pass as hard as possible. You have to lob it over to give your defense time to get there, to get to the player that will have the open shot.
Here we go, 4.9 seconds. DeRocher takes it, fires, straightaway 3, no good! And it will go out of bounds. And the Cadillac Vikings escape with a 58-55 win over the Alpena Wildcats to earn their first Big North Conference victory of the season.
Fun game. Just back and forth, up and down. And at the beginning of the game, the Vikings were kind of nervous, and they had turned the ball over a little bit. They collected themselves and got back into the lead, and then the Wildcats fought back into the lead and back and forth. Just a really entertaining game to watch.
Well, we expected DeRocher to get the final look. He did. Got a clean look from straight away. Nobody wants to foul him on that shot. But just off the left side of the rim, and Cadillac comes away with the 58-55 victory. We'll take a quick break and be back. The post-game show coming up. Boys, Big North basketball action on My News 26 and CCTV. Back after this.